So here we are, picking up new baby. Right here she is. Let's do the paperwork. I'll show you how fucking lucky I am. So I'm doing a service on a 308 and basically got fuel filter housing, and here's the fuel filter. Now, I had something like this happen before, but on a Ford Transit, because they seem to be using the same fuel filter. This is what I've got by my registration. Obviously, this is very much different. And if I would put this one in here, it wouldn't work. Now, I had a customer of mine who wanted me to replace their fuel filter, but it was the other way around. So I would have needed that one, and they gave me one of these. Now, how lucky am I to have an exact same one just in the van? What a good day. At least it's dry underneath here. Brakes done. Dust cover done. There we go. This side the brake is seized, I think, but the other side is turning nice. There we go. Here's another thing that I never thought I'd see. Well, we've got a solar charger for the battery so it doesn't go flat. You follow the cable down and you find this. What is this? Why is there some sort of grease at the bottom? This is cranberry sauce, blueberry cranberry sauce. Tasty. So here's the transfer case. As you can see, quite a big chunk missing here. There's also a chunk missing down here. And if we look, it seems like the splines are okay. And underneath, there's the missing piece from there. It seems like the splines are actually fine, so we should be just good to replace the transfer case that goes here. And also we'll just need the bolts, because this one was missing. There was one just sitting right up here, so probably these bolts came loose and they didn't actually break, but they actually came loose at some point. Just another day, just another spring. Here's something I found. So this hub is now where it was before I took it off. There was like a line, but I could line it up. Basically, the reason why this wheel is sitting like this is because on this side, either when the car was hit from the side it got pushed up, or someone's already taken it off and has pushed it too far up. Basically what that does to the wheel is when you have this hub too far up, to compensate, basically it goes like this. It tilts outwards, basically you have a bunch of camber. And if you look here, basically that bottom part should line up right here. And you can see how much further up that is. So let me go over to the other side. You can see right there in that corner, basically this is where that part is that I just showed. Basically, here's the little bit that sticks out, and right behind here, basically this should be the maximum it can go up. For some reason the other side is pushed up, so that should solve our steering issue as well. Here's the clutch flywheel and the slave cylinder from the Jeep. So by the looks of things, the pressure plate is fine. However, the clutch has fallen apart. Basically the rivets, so this side is still good. You can see the rivets that hold the clutch material on. The clutch wasn't even worn down to the rivets yet. So it's the actual rivets that failed, and you can see that it's been spinning. The clutch plate has been spinning on the clutch material, which would be why it wasn't disengaging properly. And then the flywheel actually was going bad as well. You can just hear it. You can hear how much it's knocking about. The slave cylinder was fine, so but we changed it just for preventative maintenance.